Prescott Academy is a secret government facility that turns little girls into assassins. The agency's boss, Hardman's, brings them in as early as 10 months to teach them everything without outside influences. The girls at Prescott Academy are trained to become perfect killers. They start shooting at age 3 with guns bigger than themselves. By age 5, they learn how to drive, and within a year, they can expertly handle high-speed car chases. Every single day, they practice various fighting styles, so by the time they become teens, they can go on dangerous missions without raising suspicion. Hardman's top rule is no attachment. So, even though all the girls are orphans, they're never allowed to bond with each other. They don't get names, just agent numbers. Right now, the Academy's best student is number 83. She shoots like the killer she was trained to be and outfights everyone. But the no attachments rule never sat right with her. One day, the girls are told to poke a stuffed toy with a pen. While the others follow orders, 83 hugs the toy instead. Hardman singles her out and pulls the toy's head off as a lesson. 83 has a lot of feelings building up inside, ready to explode anytime. As time goes by, she grows into a teen with amazing combat skills. Her biggest rival is number 84, who always comes in second at everything. She hates 83 and would take her out if they weren't on the same team. 83 is the first in her class to be activated, meaning she goes on dangerous missions before anyone else. As usual, 84 isn't happy about it, but she can't protest. After activation, 83 goes on several missions. Since she's a teenager, nobody suspects she's an agent. She handles every task easily, which impresses Hardman. However, she still craves the normal teenage life she never had. During one mission, she's watching a target when she notices a party next door. Seeing teens dance and have fun makes her realize she's not living a normal life. She missed a big part of her childhood and doesn't want to waste her teen years. 83 decides to escape the facility and its duties at the first opportunity. But before that, she needs to understand what a normal girl's life looks like. For this, she starts gathering info on teen high school life by watching movies like Mean Girls, The Princess Diary, and Clueless. Whenever she's on a mission, she buys magazines to secretly read during boring meetings. At some point, her habit gets her into trouble when Hardman catches her reading a magazine while briefing her on a critical mission. He tells her to focus because the next assignment is extremely dangerous. A weapons trafficker and the mafia's deadliest woman, Victoria, was seen in the city 8 hours ago. They need to capture her alive within 48 hours, or she'll disappear again. 84 wants to join the mission, hoping it will earn Hardman's approval, but 83 gets the task. In the next scene, we see Victoria at a construction site with 3 hostages. She yells insults at them and takes off their blindfolds. Suddenly, the female captive turns out to be 83. Instantly, 83 strikes Knox and takes down all her accomplices. She hooks Knox to a cable from a plane circling overhead. Finally, they get lifted into the aircraft, and 83's mission is done, but Knox still has her weapon. She points it at 83. 83 cuts the harness and drops into the river below. As Knox is pulled into the plane, when Hardman realizes 83 is gone, he tries to contact her through a device on her wrist. 83 climbs out of the water and hears him, but she stays quiet. Knowing this is her only chance to escape her old life, she throws her watch away and decides never to look back. Back on the plane, Hardman learns they've lost all video and audio from her. He marks her as inactive and continues interrogating Victoria. After that, 83 creates a whole new identity as Megan. She also enrolls in a high school in Newton and finds a host family online. At the airfield, the family comes to pick her up. The mother is called Mrs. Larson, her son Parker, and her teenage daughter Liz, who's sarcastic. Liz isn't happy about Megan coming and struggles to adjust to having her around. She finds it weird that Megan gets excited about normal things like riding the school bus. Still, to please her mom, she agrees to help Megan at school. On her first day of school, Megan wears a really silly outfit, making everyone stare at her. Just a few minutes after the start, a bully named Gooch calls her fresh meat, while everyone else laughs. To cheer her up, Liz offers her simpler clothes to wear. At the morning assembly, as an exchange student, she's supposed to address the whole school. Before stepping onto the stage, she meets a nerdy boy named Roger, who manages the AV for the school band. Based on the movies she's watched, Megan labels him a dork. She is presented to the entire student body, but they make fun of her, hurling insults at her. Shortly after, they start urging her to go back to Canada, where she came from. If I were in Megan's shoes, that's exactly what I'd do. As the chanting gets louder, the school's band leader, Cash, interrupts the crowd with a song. He's the most popular guy at school, adored by many. Megan also feels an instant attraction to him. During lunch break, some cheerleaders invite her to eat with them, but she declines, thinking they are mean. Like the cheerleaders from her favorite movies, in biology class, she runs into Roger again and becomes friends with him. He seems to have a crush on her, but all Megan can think about is Cash. The following day, she is assigned as Cash's lab partner. However, other girls in the class ask her to pick another partner, since they want Cash for themselves. Everyone is desperate for Cash. After class, the girls tell Megan that Cash likes girls who play the school mascot. Naive Megan thinks Cash is a furry and doesn't realize they're setting her up, so she goes to audition for mascot. She is chosen immediately and told to practice for the next game. During practice, a group of masked men rush at her and try to kidnap her. Megan uses her skills to easily overpower them, stunning everyone watching. She had thought the masked people were agents from Hardman, but they turn out to be guys from a rival college causing trouble. By the time she realizes this, everyone is recording her. They upload the video to social media, much to her horror. Back at Prescott's base, Victoria is being held and interrogated by Hardman. She also knows that his way of stealing a good childhood from young girls is wrong. She calls him out for it, but Hardman insists he's doing it for a good cause. However, this man still claims his cause is justified. Victoria has her eye on number 84 and wants to use her in her escape plan. They quickly find Megan's viral video and assume she's with a rival group. The next day at school, everyone's buzzing about Megan's awesome fighting skills. In just one day, she becomes one of the popular kids. Things get even better when Cash asks her to his band practice after school. When she gets there, she meets Roger and chats with him while waiting for Cash. Roger really digs her vibe and realizes they have a lot in common, but Megan's so into Cash that she doesn't notice Roger's interest. Later on, she gets invited to a party at her bully Gooch's place. Megan's thrilled since she's only ever seen these parties in movies. On her way home that day, she gets kidnapped by people from Prescott. Hardman thinks she's working for a rival group and won't buy her excuse that she just wants a normal life. He gives her a truth serum and finds out she's telling the truth. Hardman feels he has a claim on her life because he taught her everything. He orders her to return to the base within 2 days. After that, his men drop her off on the front porch to make it look like she's just drunk. The next time Megan runs into Roger, she asks him to come to Gooch's party, but his dad is strict about parties like that. He turns down the invitation. Megan would feel better if he came since he's her only friend at school. Later that evening, Megan shows up to the party with Liz, who her mom made come along. To Megan's surprise, 84 is at the party too, now going by Heather. Megan suspects Hardman sent Heather to watch her, but Heather neither confirms nor denies it. Roger also arrives at the party looking for Megan, but gets let down when he sees her kissing Cash. At the end of the night, Cash asks her to go to homecoming with him. The next morning, Megan boards the school bus and sees Hardman in disguise as the driver. He warns her that Victoria escaped Prescott and plans to get back at her. He suggests she come back to Prescott, but Megan says no. Afterwards, we see her and Liz driving to school with a masked attacker chasing them. During the car chase, Megan reveals the truth about her former life to Liz. They crash in a scrapyard along with the assassin's car. The attacker is missing, but Megan identifies her as Heather from her perfume scent. After the crash, Liz ends up in the hospital. Megan wants to leave before anyone else gets hurt because of her, but Liz thinks leaving the family would be even worse. From that day forward, they become really close. Megan tells Liz everything about her life as an agent. They go shopping for homecoming outfits together and help each other get ready for the big night. Liz goes on a date with Gooch, who's changed since hanging out with her at the party. Poor Liz just doesn't get it. Once a Gooch, always a Gooch. Meanwhile, Cash and Megan hook up. Megan thought the night would be special, but Cash barely speaks to her. After a while with him, she sees his whole thing is just popularity. She dumps him and heads to Roger and asks him to dance. Surprisingly, he says no and turns to his date for the night, Heather. They argue over being his date and end up fighting. They scuffle around the venue, trashing the decorations. Finally, they end up in the kitchen where Heather is about to jab Megan. Liz sneaks up and pokes Heather in the leg with a corn dog stick. Then, Megan bonks Heather on the head and puts her to sleep. After that, the girls run back home to find Victoria and her crew have taken Mrs. Larson and Parker hostage. Megan fights them well until they grab Liz. She gives up to keep her family safe, but still hopes Hardman will rescue her. Victoria mocks her naivety and reveals she was the first Prescott girl, number 1. Like Megan, she left Prescott because it stole her childhood. She dares Megan to a one-on-one fight and beats her easily. Suddenly, Hardman shows up with backup to help Megan and catch Victoria. They enter and put Victoria to sleep with a tranquilizer gun. Megan hugs Hardman, but thanking him. In the final scene, she stops Roger on his way home and takes him on a helicopter ride. Subscribe for more videos like this.